This is awkward because my camera isn't really working right now, as you can tell. As you can see, it's not exactly doing its job. Let me see here. Okay, that's a lot better. You're catching me during my rare I'm messing up a whole ton moments. Um, but yeah, I'm waiting for people to show up. Might as well, um, let me see here. Um, let me see here. So, today is actually the anniversary of one of my longest running series here on my channel, which is Secrets of the Dragon. Secrets of the Dragon. I just said that. um, so in this case, I figured that I might as well do an anniversary look back at the series to try and figure out exactly how far I've come in the nearly 4 years. Actually, no, make that 4 years. That is exactly, that's exactly how long that this series has been on my channel. It's incredible. So, I'm pretty sure that's just me. So I'm waiting for people to show up, and let's see how this goes. Who knows? Whenever I do one of these, no one shows up for a good long while, so... Oh... Okay. Any minute now. So... Secrets of the Dragon is one of my favorite series that I've been doing on my channel lately. I mean, granted, there hasn't been an episode in nearly 2 years, but it takes a long time to make one of these puppies. But me and my friend Alex have been talking about this new method I'm going to use. And he's texting me all over the place because I texted him, so it's just an endless loop of texts. So, what's going on? So, SOTD, as I'm going to call it from now on, was released on this day on back in 2017. And I still remember all the drawing that I did, everything that I did to make sure that this was the best that I could do. And looking back on it, hi Alex. So, looking back on this series is absolutely nostalgic for me. It's not the same nostalgic as you would get when you had, if you had Minecraft, but it's nostalgic for me. And since Alex is here, I've actually, I guess he's promoted himself to head writer for the series because he's better at writing stories than me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to watch the first episode of the series that I did back in 2017. I promoted you without pay. Yes, indeed, we don't get paid here. So in this case, SOTD was the first major series that I did on my channel. It seems like it's pretty standard nowadays, but back then this was big. And remember, it says December 7th, it says December 16th down there. My channel was only a year and 11 months old at that point, so my channel was very young at this point. But for this stream, to celebrate it, I'm going to watch the first episode in its entirety, and we're gonna see how everything used to look back then. Any part that I don't like, you're just gonna have to deal with it, because you're the viewer, and I'm just the person who made it. So, real quick, I'm waiting for any more people if they show up, because most likely there isn't, because for some reason, no one shows up to my streams, and I think it's because I'm not interesting enough. I mean, I know Alex is here, so... Best friends, yay. Okay. I wonder what kind of... I wonder... I wonder what kind of delay there is on this stream. Like, it looks like it's about 5 seconds, so... There's that. And look, there's my face. And it goes into infinity. Okay. What do you think, Alex? Here, I might as well do this. It's a 7-second delay. That... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hasn't popped up on my phone yet. There it is, 10 seconds. Okay. So since Alex is here, at least I have an audience. So if you're watching this in the future, which, hi future me, bye. Oh man, okay. So we're gonna watch the video now because I don't want to lose another JK. Dang it, my typing is getting bad. Okay, so we're gonna start the video now, and if you're watching this in the future, hi. Let's get started. Oh, my Scarywood sign. It's still there, by the way, it's just Marywood now. And it looks a lot better than that now. Man, I used to do videos so terribly back then. And I still do now. Oh, look at that, my old style. Back when I didn't crop everything. Like, you can still see the edges of the paper. It's so bad. Gradients all bad, there's no shading. It looks terrible. And back when I didn't know how to draw people either. And the sound effects are bad too.
Dad has found you.
Hey, it's my friend Charlotte. If you don't know, my friend Charlotte is the voice of Skrilla, and she's coming back for this too. I never saw him again after that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. I mean, why else would you be screaming like that, huh? Unless you were dying. Aw, the original Eric Land.
Go bowling with him. Here, I'm getting rid of this. Ugh. Sorry, Mr. Parks.
Yeah, I ended up having to pay for Mr. Parks' window.
Seriously, I have no idea why this man needs to bring technology with him. Don't care.
My old animation style is so bad compared to my new stuff. I mean, and also everything was way less detailed than it was before, and that's one thing I don't like about my old cartoons. They don't have the detail that I'm known for.
Now, where's my hat?
Ah,
Ah!
I could have done better on the voices, but it's what I could get back in 2017.
Okay, Comet.
And the mouths aren't even synced up right.
What? Very funny. Now,
Can I have my hat back? This is bringing back so many memories for me. I remember animating all this stuff. It was so much fun.
Okay.
Look, the edge of the paper's missing.
I'm ready.
Oh wait, I'm ready if you're ready, guys.
Let's go.
And look at my eyes there. Oh, the old Eric Land.
Hey, Eric, is there a reason that we're going camping? on Halloween?
Yes, I'd like to know too.
I just want to see what the woods is like at night. I mean, and also I'm kind of bored of Arizona for right now, so so I thought maybe we should go
I
camping.
still have yet to make a video on Crystal
Well,
Mountain, like an
That
animated
kind of makes sense
video
now.
on
But
it.
you're on your own. I'm afraid of the dark.
Well, too bad you're coming with us anyway.
I'm gone.
When my mustache was a fuzzy wisp in the corners of my mouth. Yeah, I forgot to get my mustache trimmed. It's actually funny you say that. Like, in episode 2 of Secrets of the Dragon, I have my wolf character that you see here, his name's Eric. He has a full-on beard, like what I got right now. So I'm thinking, can wolves grow beards? And no, they can't. But I'm actually thinking of changing this character a little bit to where he has a mustache on the front of his mouth. I've been debating with myself on it, and and right now I'm actually working on trying to redesign this character a little bit. Like, his E is no longer a big E in the center of his chest, because everyone thinks he's a superhero. I'm not a superhero by any means, and neither is he. So instead, it's just gonna be a Eric that goes across his chest, so everyone knows, hey, he must be Eric. And no nostrils. How is he breathing?
That forest air.
The sign again, it popped up.
Ooh, a flower.
And what kind of flower has 4 colors?
I'm gonna snip it.
And it got stuck in her nose.
Kami,
are you okay? I hate the way that I did Handy's voice back then.
Comment,
come on! I've definitely refined a lot of these since then. Disgusting.
Hey, nice snot flower, Andy.
I could have done a lot of things better back then, but this is what I could get.
I found a pond.
Now, hold on a minute, because... let me see. Okay, so let me see here. Don't make excuses for my past self. I can do that if I want to. So, the original SOTD had like this story that I crafted before Alex came in and made it a million times better. And one of these things that you may notice is this sign right here. It says restricted area, do not enter, death guaranteed. Death guaranteed. You don't want to hear something like that in the woods. This was part of the original storyline that I had before Alex came in and made it better. And so this will play a part in the series later on. And a funny thing that I put in, I completely forgot about this. When my character says,
I found a pond.
when you don't really notice anything in the main area, but if you look off to the side, you'll see the back of that sign, and the back of that sign says, told you so. So whoever was being killed by Iskrilla would see that sign and say, we told you not to go into this area, we told you you were gonna get killed. Man, it's weird how my series, like, how the story has changed. And as you can see, the shading's actually getting better, and I like that.
Hey, Hanny,
That tree.
how do you think that happened?
I think it must
Been a land shark.
Hey,
Hey, they exist, okay? I've seen them twice, and I see their tracks all the time outside my house. I have you know that I'm actually the voice of Handy the Hand, as it's pretty obvious by now. And Handy's cannon height is 4.5 feet tall, so that's a talking hand that's 4.5 feet. Would that scare people? Probably. I don't know. Hey, come on, I'm a friendly guy. And as you can see, the Comet's legs are way too short.
Cannonball!
Cannonball! The old tea light that I did.
Well, that was a fun day.
Hmm.
Hi, Lori. Hi there, Lori. And hi, Alex, in case I didn't say that before. So thank you for joining us for this stream. We're actually watching the first episode of Secrets of the Dragon, my animated series. Um, that's strange. I always thought Handy voiced me. No, it doesn't work that way. First of all, Handy's not real. And second, how would a talking hand... You know, it's actually funny you say that. Like, Handy actually does have a mouth. Handy has a mouth. But I'm not telling you where it is because it's disturbing. um, so, Lori, thank you for joining us for the stream. Hopefully more people will come on in a minute, but we are watching the first ever episode of Secrets of the Dragon because today is the anniversary of this episode. So, this was one of the biggest milestones for my channel. Ew. That is yeah, it's indeed disturbing, and even my friend from work says, that's a little bit creepy. And I said, yeah, and I came up with it. My twisted mind came up with it. Um, so throughout the entire thing here, we see that there's these trees, these branches that have, like, their leaves torn off. And that actually plays a part later on. This is amazing. And I didn't even animate the mouths. Look, the mouths aren't even moving.
Okay, I'm putting it out. Ow. Oh, it's burning my foot. Ow. Andy, get it for me.
Okay, here I go. Oh, it's hot. Oh, hot. Ugh. Man, that burns. And I didn't like how I did that either, because you can see what Skrilla is. Yes, Lori, yesterday was Walt Disney's... the day that Walt passed away. I was extremely upset during the entire day, and I was really distracted by it. You know how it is. He was a great man. But what I don't like about this part is that you can see what a Skrilla is right here. You can see she's a dragon. Well, my original idea was to have just that being shown. Just this. Not her entire body. That's what I didn't like. And also, like, you notice, like, there's shading on these sides of the trees? That's because the campfire was meant to be so bright that it was causing shading on the trees. That is highly unrealistic, unless it's, like, really dark out. Where'd the log I was sitting on go? Hello, at Calf the... No, at Kataf the Akataf, the Alpha. You know you can have videos not made for kids. I miss your notifications. Well, me and Alex have been debating on this for a little while, and I'm not sure if this episode or the entire series in general actually counts as for kids. I'm not entirely sure. I have to I have to think about it more and talk with him, even though I've been talking with him for months on it, and he's upset with me. Alex, I'm sorry. But let me see here. I just hate how you can see the edges of the paper. It's so bad. Just really bad. One moment. Okay. I don't know why I have that on. Okay, let me see here. Let's see. So, where was the log I was sitting on? I was sitting on a log. Where'd it go? I was just, for a few minutes. Huh? Does someone want to sell me something? Whatever it is, it's gone.
Come on, Aaron.
don't go to sleep.
Let's go to sleep.
I just said no. um, so let me see here. So, uh, more background, background great breaking, and this is actually the same picture that I used for an earlier scene. All I did was I just put the characters in different positions, and you can see the blue sky. Oh, that's bad.
Okay.
I said don't go to sleep. And here's the main event.
We aren't alone.
We're not alone, are we? Hi. Ugh.
I finally found you.
Alex says, I'm only upset because I keep repeating myself for the last year and you never remember my advice. I remember a good portion of it. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. Erica only had one leg when he was sitting there. I had only one leg when I was sitting there? No, I didn't. My other leg's bent underneath me. Like, you know how some people take a knee? Well, in this case, one leg is like this, the other one is kind of bent upwards. That's kind of what I was doing. Um, uh, I didn't lose a leg there. I can tell you for sure. I didn't lose a leg. Showing your face in Disneyland videos isn't for kids since Disney is aimed at all ages, while train videos aren't meant for kids if they're kids if they're kids shows because nostalgia exists. Well, it's an ongoing problem, as I said before, Akataf. Yes, I said it right. Man, look at how disgusting Handy looks in this. Excuse me? Well, I mean, you looked bad before. Oh, really? Oh, well. Well, how about you? I mean, you got a squirrel on your face. No, that's my mustache. Let's see here. Art palettes and presentations are made for kids. And all it's meant for is for all ages unless it's gross stuff and 18 plus stuff. So would a Skrilla's design mean that it's 18 plus? Handy is a handsome hand. Oh, why, thank you so much, Mr. Alex. At least you acknowledge my handsome glory. Well, what am I supposed to say? This is an animated version of you, buddy. Well, I blame the animator. Okay, then. Let's see here. Main event. We're not alone, are we? Man, this is disturbing. And that's why...
I finally found you.
My friend Charlotte again.
After all this time.
Why aren't you running?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my revenge on you now.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I really like the way that she said that. Like, look here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my...
Now, your art ain't anything gross or inappropriate. It's comedy and fun. Well, thank you. Look at the way that look at the way her claw is right here. It looks like she's going like this. Yeah, I'm gonna get my revenge on you now. And, by the way, Charlotte, if you ever watch this in the future, you did an amazing job with this character. Everyone, when we go out to dinner sometimes, me and Charlotte, like last week we went for me graduating next year. Charlotte is a gifted actress. Indeed she is. Hi, Keith. Hey, I remember you. Just, like, you can kind of see a humanoid design in the head a little bit, kind of. It's a little bit weird the way that I did it before, but Charlotte is, she's a very soft-spoken person, but in order to get that kind of energy out of her, it took a little bit of practice on both of our ends, and I said, well, when she was angry, if she needed to be angry, I told her, imagine that you had a dog, and the dog just peed in the house. And that's where all the anger came from. It was weird back then. Okay, this was how I had to do it. Hi Keith, we're watching the first episode of SOTD. Eric's acting, however, needs practice. Are you serious right now? We're watching the episode and not supposed to be nitpicking it.
Revenge on you now?
You still have your train set up? No. Unfortunately, not at the moment. YouTube is finicky with its for kids claim. Sometimes it does things automatically, but it doesn't affect your studio settings, meaning it's still not for kids. Well, Akataf, can you continue watching the episode and see if it's made for kids? And then when the episode's finished, I'll ask you, hey, is it made for kids or anything? And then we can figure out what the grand verdict is. So, why aren't these people running?
And we are gonna run now.
Yeah, there you go. We just run away so fast it's in a dust cloud. But one person stayed behind and stood her ground. Comment.
I'm not scared of you.
Ooh.
Put him up.
I like the way that mom did that. There was supposed to be an O, and then I grab her tail and I start pulling her away. The animation definitely could have been faster.
Go!
Hurry, guys, get to the Jeep.
Whoa, did you see that? Look.
Go, go!
Look, wait, hold on.
Hurry, guys.
Wait, hold on. Look, there's my... I forgot that was in there. My hand. You can see my hand in this frame. I'm basically talking about your channel overall. Your channel technically is made for everyone, so thus it has a high probability not to be made for kids. Oh, well, there's that. Alex says, LOL. Yeah, my hand got into the frame for a good second or so. Like, how long is this?
Go, go, go!
Hurry, guys, get to the Jeep.
That was half a second that my hand was in there. I forgot that was in there. Oh my gosh. How did I let it get through? How did this get onto my channel and my hand was in the frame? Let's just say the hand from the sky came down and like, oh nope, I got ooh, Righty is in the screen. No one messes with Righty. In fact, Handy's actually my right hand. Let me see. The way that Handy's moving is really weird. It was like this. Like, you can kind of see it on my webcam. It's really weird. Alex says, Alpha, well, I was reviewing all of Eric's content, and about 50% of it is definitely for kids stuff. He shows a lot of kids' video games, studio cartoons, etc. I created a complicated channel. Well, that's an ongoing thing, and I'm trying to make more adult stuff, so that's why you're gonna see my characters less, I guess, like, childlike in this manner. Me and Alex actually talked about this for a while, and Handy is gonna be a comedic relief character, while all my other characters are gonna have serious tones. So in this case, they're not gonna be very childlike in their mannerisms or something, and they're gonna be very adult-like. So this will kind of make my channel less and less kid-centered, I guess. It's still an ongoing thing that I have yet to fix. Oh, and look, you can see one of my freckles. I'm just kidding. I didn't even make the legs move. How did she jump that high? And
now we're running the other way.
just the way that I'm pushing them. Oh, so you do remember some things I tell you, Eric. Yes, I do. It's an ongoing problem, and I'm trying to make my channel more adult-centered. but enough of the... that is saved for later, for you and me. Look, the four colors of Ericland. I'm so disappointed in Disney anymore. They don't seem to care about the common man. Their management seems so centered about money. Yes, indeed. It's very sad, and if this was a Speak My Mind channel, I would definitely be very vocal. But it's my undying love. For those videos, they'll be meant for kids. For the rest, they can be marked as not. And there's a studio option to identify which meaning both can exist at once. I'll have to figure that out later. Flaming tire.
I think we're safe here.
Look at that. They're levitating off the ground. Another mistake in this 4-year-old video. The animation for this definitely could have been a lot faster, believe me.
We need to find help.
Where are you gonna find help? In the woods? Like, find a old abandoned shack somewhere? Maybe like someone who lives off the grid? And I like how Comet's grabbing your tail like that. It gives you a sense of fear, and... Yes, exactly, but the problem is trying to explain to Eric which ones change. You're talking about me, aren't you? Eric doesn't understand which ones to label. I would have to sit with him and go through each bit. Well, I found a feature on my channel that actually allows me to click off multiple videos at once. And I used that earlier.
Do you smell blood?
Blood has a smell.
There you are.
Scooby-Doo reference. I like the way that I put subtitles in there. Jump scared. I think the fundamental thing is to be unexpected. I don't like how I put subtitles in here. Maybe I'll blur those out later.
There you are.
Oh, that is terrifying. Look at all those teeth. If one of those went through you, I'm sure it would do a bad. Aren't you gonna call someone or something, you know, for help? Help! I still wish Kappa didn't come into YouTube in general. It's pretty annoying. Bad enough the LEGO official channel traps you in watching the same videos over and over, and you gotta use the home button to escape to watch a different video. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't like the way that the camera picked up the lighting in this scene. Like, you can't even see most of his face. And his face looks absolutely terrible here. Believe me, it does. Oh, that iconic shot that I did. Now, there's actually a theory that one of my subscribers did. He said, did that star, when it disappeared, did it mean anything? I can tell you for certain, it didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything. I mean, look. That star right there. Like, the whole idea is that Iskrilla looks at this star, and then the star gets scared, and it goes, ah! And then it zooms into space. That was the whole idea. It doesn't mean anything with the story. It's just a funny little gag that I put in. Her nostrils are cracked?
Death has found you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, did you see that for a sec? Look at her eye, right? Look at her eye right there. You'll notice that it actually goes, up and into her head, so her eye is just white, milky white. And I thought that would be even scarier, and indeed it's kind of unsettling.
Death has found you.
Look at that. That's creepy right there. I can't believe I did that. But at the same time, I'm very happy I did that. Yeah, sorry for the bad audio. I could probably help identify which ones to change. I've watched lots of videos where the events happen so I can confirm things. Sometimes I test videos that appear on the home screen. Oh, well, that works. Do you notice that Andy's not looking away? Normally he would be like this. Like, as you can see, he's covering his face almost. If he had one. Wait, what happened? Ooh.
Guys.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that one. That was some of the worst audio I ever recorded. I'm not. Okay, a little bit. Okay, context. Hold on. So, you're probably wondering whose voice that is. Well, it's Dragon Inflato Man, and if you've watched my more recent videos with him in it, you'll know that I'm the voice of Dragon Inflato Man too. The only thing is that I use a voice modifier on my phone to change my voice to get it that deep, because my voice is naturally high, and so I had to use a voice modifier, and it's so bad, I forgot about it after all these years. I definitely confirm that this animation will be made for kids, and the voices sound younger, so YouTube identifies that as for kids. Yeah, good luck. I've been spending a whole year trying to help Eric, and he says, let me think about it, then forgets, and we have to start all over again. Well, I'm going through I guess I could say I'm going through some kind of life change right now, and I am more and more dedicated to making changes when they are needed. And Alex, since you're watching this, I am fully dedicated. Me and Mom have been talking about it, and I am fully on dedicated to getting my channel to a more adult-centered audience, because I looked at the people who are subscribed to me, and they are usually within the 35 to 45 year old range. So I need to find ways to make my channel more adult centered, and I am fully and I'm fully um and I'm fully what? And I have a fully I'm fully what's the word for it? It's a C word. But I'm fully, what's the word for it? Oh, fully dedicated to changing for the better. Yeah, but I'm tired. I don't want to help with it anymore. I can't do it on my own.
Guys.
It's so bad. Believe me.
Climb on.
Ay, caramba, it's so bad. And this is actually really funny, the way that it happens. Watch this. Man, her face is so weird. Watch her eye. Okay, so a little bit of context. I found someone's video online, and I was trying to find, like, what does an eyeball sound like when it's squishing around? Well, I didn't know how to record that at the time, and so, I found someone mixing around, I guess, like, mac and cheese or something. It was some kind of pasta, from what I remember. And I recorded that sound, and that's where her eyeball popping out of its socket came from. Eyeball squishing? Yeah, that's what it is. That is exactly what it is. Man, the way that I did this back in the day, it's weird, and it's honestly hilarious. I'm definitely more professional now. His hand is too small.
You can't
Wait.
escape me.
Wait, hold it. Sorry. Eric, look out!
You can't escape me.
And the money shot. Ouch. She bit my tail off. Oh no, she didn't. It was just a part of it. The subtitles make it worse. Wait, what?
Is Skrilla?
Oh. So that was the first episode of Secrets of the Dragon. Um, well, that was an interesting trip through memory lane, and there was a lot of mistakes that I found in this after 4 years. It's so weird.
Is Skrilla?
The subtitles are hilarious. Yes, they are indeed. It's the subtitles are bad. Um, the subtitles are really bad. I'll tell you that much. Um, so this episode, from what I remember, I think took me like 8 months to make, and then it took me like 4 months for animation. Um, but this whole episode was a big step for me, and it was a big risk too, because I never really dived into horror that much. How are my train models doing? 4449 still in one piece? How about the old cars from my grandpa? They're doing fine. I mean, they're not on. I mean, I don't have. Um, I mean, my trains are still doing fine. They're all in one piece, and all the cars are perfectly in. Are in one piece too. Everything's fine. They watch over me. They watch over me while I sleep. um, but look at this, 900 subs. Trains are doing fine, by the way, and you'll actually see them in a future episode of SOTD in the next episode that I'm working on right now. Look at this, 900 subs when this was made, and now we're at 5.19 thousand. I can't. If you told me back then that I was gonna get 5.2 thousand subscribers, I would have said you're insane. I can't believe it. Yeah, I refurbished Eric's 44.9 and completely rebuilt it for him so it looks and works like brand new. Oh yeah, Alex did do that for me. Um, she works amazing now. my, I love my trains so much. It all started when I was just a tiny little 5-year-old back in the early 2000s. But, real quick for you guys, do you want to watch the other 2 episodes? Because I'm watching the playlist right now. Doesn't Eric call his 44.9 his baby or something? That's right. Yes, I do. It's a little bit weird, believe me. So, what do you guys think? Do you want to watch the other 2 episodes? Because they're a little bit longer than these. Eric, check out Gus the Groundhog on YouTube. He sounds just like me. Well, I'll have to give that a look. You know what? I might as well. Yeah, it's weird. Gus the Groundhog. I'll look at that later. So, let me see here. So, should we do the other 2 episodes? Because I'm not sure why I hate episode 2 of SOTD. It's just not. And the whole dream sequence that I did is not canon anymore. It doesn't fit with the story that me and Alex came up with. This whole episode 2 is a flop in my mind. But if you guys want to watch it in episode 3, then we can. Because I'm here right now and I got nothing else to do. And it's only 8:40, so. Man, this whole episode was a big, like was a huge trip down memory lane for me.
Is Skrilla?
Do I know her somehow? Who knows? We wouldn't know until episode 2. And, well, remember, it is his favorite train in his collection, so he has a special nickname to hold the nickname, indeed. Man, the December 16th, 2017, and now we're December 16th, 2021. That was 4 years ago that I made this video. Why don't I wait until the 5-year anniversary? Who knows? So do you guys want to watch the other 2 episodes? They're right there waiting for you. So, about the whole, like, series story rewrite that me and Alex did, Alex is amazing with storytelling. I'm still trying to figure it out, but he came up with more episodes for the series, and let me tell you, this is gonna get big real fast. I'm not kidding. SOTD, my original plan was to have like 8 episodes of SOTD. Alex now has Alex, what is it? Alex rewrote the series in such an amazing way. It includes a lot of like extra details that no one would really pay attention to, and also there's more episodes. My original plan was to have 8 episodes in total. Now there's going to be 14. 14 episodes in total. This series is going to go on forever. But me and Alex have also been talking with a new with a we've been also talking about this new style for my cartoons. It's going to cut down the amount of time it takes to make one of these episodes in half, or even cut it like into quarters. So episodes of this are going to come out more and more frequently. What did Alex say? Ecotaph. You know, when I opened up his 4449, you'll never guess. I opened up the locomotive, and inside of it, I found a dollop of peanut butter. It's not peanut butter, okay? It was lubrication gunk or whatever it was. The ads. Luckily, I know how to get rid of them. Hang on just a minute, I gotta... Wow, my phone's getting hot. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, next episode.
Previously on Secrets of the Demon.
Previously on Secrets of the Dragon. Well, we don't need to see this. It's all pretty much the same that you remember. And this was released on July 15th, 2018, so almost a year later. This one I remember took me 4 months for drawing out everything. Eric told me it was peanut butter, and yes, it smelled like peanut butter. It was peanut butter. Eric said he was eating a PB&J when he last opened it up. Since when do I eat around my trains? Never. Never. So this episode I remember took me 4 months to draw out, and then 2 months for animation. This was... Everyone was wondering, hey, where's the next episode? I was working on it, okay? This one takes place about a week after the events of the first one.
Thanks for coming over, you guys.
Hey, no problem, Eric. You make the best grilled cheese.
Indeed, I do make the best grilled cheeses.
No problem.
I just need you to get home safely before that thing finds us again.
That thing that's...
Okay, thanks, Eric.
Hey, Comet, do you want to run back to our houses before that thing finds us again? It was peanut butter. I can assure you it wasn't.
Yes.
She runs away so fast it's a blink of an eye. I'm coming too! And he runs away so fast too. I want to live! It looks like the Up House. That's actually because it is. Yeah, what you're seeing is actually an animated version of a theme park I made it in Minecraft. That's weird. Where's the peanut butter? Under the shell? It was, but I can tell you for certain it wasn't peanut butter. Besides, how could peanut butter even get down there?
Good night.
Oh my gosh, the door. That took a while. There's like 19 pictures that I had to individually draw out. I had to draw out each one to represent that door closing just a little bit more. That took a while. And the sound of the door closing is actually what I recorded when I was over at my grandpa's house. Wow. 30 minutes later. Oh,
I'm so tired.
and apparently I just jump on into bed. Like I'm jumping into a pool or something. Oh, he's not wearing pants.
Sleepy, yay.
Yay, sleep! Man, all of this is bringing back a lot of memories. It was underneath the shell. I asked Eric what the heck this was because it looked like and smelled like peanut butter. He explained that when he last opened it up, he was eating a PB&J. Oh, Eric, so that old caboose from your grandpa that you hide with Jupiter, is it called a bobber caboose? I'm not too sure. I mean, it's been forever since I used those trains, so I don't really remember them anymore. You gotta remember, it's been about a year since the last time my trains have been running. Oh look, there's Andy's house, right there. Man, it's so many memories. And this right here I remember. This is actually a reference to the old 3 a.m. challenge um at that YouTube used to have. Like, people said things at 3 a.m. are scarier than normal. But I've been awake before at 3 in the morning and it's all pretty much the same. There's nothing different. Um, Continuing.
I've got to get to Eric if I want to survive this.
And by the way, guys, can you hear this video at all? Because I can hear it just fine. It's been 2 years since I last ran my trains, but that will change by February. Maybe. Probably. Who knows? um, can you guys hear the video at all? Because if you want, then I can just turn up the volume. The only thing I could think of is when Eric opened up his 44.9 to figure out a problem was with something, either the motor or the rail. I was talking about me, Eric. Oh! Well, Alex, I'm happy for you. Figuring out a problem with something with either the motor or the broken handrail. The handrail was Alex's, Alex did, and thank you for that, Alex. It was a problem with the motor. It wasn't really doing its job. Alex, your vids on Queen Mary were very informative. Yes, they were, and I wish that I could have done something like that. I mean, the last time I ever did something like that was for that bullying awareness video I did a few years ago. I actually want to re-upload that, make it better. How did a Skrilla get past my one giant bodyguard right there? And the question is, why didn't I include him snoring? Like, the big dragon you see in the back, the blue one, how come he's not snoring? Or breathing? Oh yeah, that frame's a lot worse. Now imagine that in your window at night. That would be terrifying. And apparently I drool while I sleep.
Aha! Now you learn the truth about me, old friend.
That has since been changed from the storyline. She's not... Me and her have absolutely no former relationship with each other. I don't know her and she doesn't know me. At least not yet. And apparently, like, the whole idea I had here was that she was supposed to make me have a nightmare about her. It's honestly really weird the way I say that. Look, I'm riding down his tail. Now this is weird right here. My mom's voice? No, Keith, that's actually my friend Charlotte. Yeah, when I took the 44.9 apart, I needed a new handrail, the motor and pickups needed cleaning and oiling, the pilot was broken off, and the paint was damaged. Fixed it all. Alex did so much, and I can't thank you enough for that, Alex. You fixed my little elderly train. Do you know how small this thing was? Like, here's an 8.5 sheet of paper. 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. This thing was tiny, and that's supposed to be me. And also this, like, the weird design for the tail I gave for Dragon Inflated Man here. It's supposed to be like those crowns that kings wear. In this case, it's supposed to be a 3-pointed crown, and it's supposed to say he's the king of the dragons. Like, he's the biggest one ever created, so he's gotta have a crown to match that. So I turned his tail into a crown. I actually own a scooter like that. You guys have seen it before on my channel. And man, the animation is so slow. Dun, 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 dun. And so at this point, the nightmare actually takes place, and my scooter disappears. And like Wile E. Coyote falling down... Uh-oh, yeah. and like Wile E. Coyote falling off a cliff and going like that. That's where this scene came from. Ah, I can't look. Ugh. It's just so funny the way I did this one. I mean, I don't like this episode in general, but it does have some golden moments here and there. And it was Eric in between episodes 2 plus 3. Put on Gus the Groundhog. Let's see what Alex thinks. It's only 2 minutes long. I probably can't because copyright issues and my channel and all that. Nice. I wish my O-scale Santa Fe Pacific type locomotive was working. It needs a complete overhaul. At least I have my switcher and Amtrak 4 F40 PHs that run still. Well, good for you, Akataf. Broken nose. Oh. The whole idea that I had there was that my nose was broken. It was bent down, like as you saw, and so I just popped it back into place, like that one scene in Home Alone where Home Alone 2, where Harry and Marv get their noses busted in, and they go. I love Home Alone so much. So.
Oh, there's my hat. Can't believe I broke my nose.
Yeah, luckily I've never broken a bone before. I mean, I've had a lot of injuries, but none that severe.
What's that?
What is that? It's a tree.
Is that me?
Is cloning technology possible? Now, real quick, you guys, don't take any of this dream sequence as canon. This doesn't matter with the story anymore. This doesn't connect at all to the series. Forget this whole dream sequence happened. Actually, you know what? I'm going to, oh look, my dad drew that. My dad drew this right there. I'm going to skip over the dream sequence because it means absolutely nothing and it doesn't do anything for the series. Ugh.
What could this mean?
The animation there is actually really good. Like, this was one of the smoothest animated parts that I had.
What could this mean?
And the expressions got better too. I mean, the whole, like, eyebrow thing that you see up there, it didn't look good, but still.
It means this.
My face.
Wait a minute.
The whole thing that I did here was like okay, so real quick, this is gonna sound really stupid to you guys, but the whole idea I had here was that Iskrilla was supposed to be licking the inside of my ear, and that was supposed to wake me up. It's honestly one of the worst ideas I ever had. Name my Pacific locomotive Smokey, and he's my favorite, and the only O-scale locomotive. Problem is, not enough money for parts. Not enough money in the parts cradle and not enough space to even set up an O-scale layout. I'm sorry. Maybe get a garden layout. Garden layouts are fun. Were there clues in the tree trunks? Yes there were, Keith, but honestly, this episode is non-canon anymore. Like, I know what you're thinking. Why do you still have this episode up if it's not canon? Well, this was back when this was canon, but now that me and Alex rewrote the story, this episode means absolutely nothing. It's just, what do they call that? Filler. It's just filler now.
Don't scream.
How can I not scream when there's a dragon staring at me through my window? And isn't there supposed to be glass in this window? Look at right there. You see this alarm clock right there? That's actually from my first ever filler. Tastes good with some salt and pepper. This does have some salt and pepper. So as you can see, this alarm clock looks broken, that's actually from my first ever animation that I did. My first official one. And so I threw this alarm clock out the window, and so I've salvaged it. This alarm clock actually makes a bunch of appearances in my cartoons. See if you can find it. There's a dragon staring at me through my window. Oh, and look at this. You see how he's grasping the sheets right here? I actually took a picture of myself holding on to my sheets like this, so I knew how to draw it. It was groundbreaking at the time.
Ah!
Ah! Dragon and Flannel Man, help me!
It's Skrilla's back!
Alex, funny thought. Should have put Baby under the Southern Pacific on Eric's 44.9. No, I don't think I would like that. Alex, filler is very good with bacon. Bacon's bad for your heart.
Ah! Ah!
What kind of face is that? Oh, and you can see a ray of sunshine coming from somewhere. Like he's going like that. It's so weird. Imagine that staring at you in your window. Mouth isn't synced up.
I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just here to talk.
What could you possibly have to talk about with me? And then my big bodyguard comes over and saves the day.
You again.
I'm surprised he's not bending over because he's like 470 feet tall. That's a backwards message that people... That's a backwards message that everyone caught on to almost immediately. Bacon, bad for the heart but good for the soul. That would be a good slogan. Yeah, maybe. It's like that one line from that one show I like, Gravity Falls, where one of the characters go, "Where do you get this stuff? Everyone likes sausage, but no one likes to know how it's made. You disgust me." That's a gem. Alex, can I use that in a future episode of SOTD? Please? It's so good I want to use it. Now, real quick, if you want to see how small Skrilla is compared to Dragon and Flannel Man here, look at how big his hand is compared to her. And then look at how big she is compared to my house there. So look at how big Dragon and Flannel Man is compared to Skrilla here. So big. And this is actually really funny too, because you notice how her legs are kind of like that? Well, in this case, I got down on the ground and I actually did that kind of position while I was trying to draw it. I'm copywriting that slogan and expect you to pay royalties. No, it's my live stream. You typed it up, so it's technically both of ours. This is awesome. Watch how hot dogs are made when you want to be feeling weird. I don't think so. What kind of face is that? Oh, that's disturbing. And to get rid of her, he...
No!
It would have been better if she wasn't spiraling through the air like a frisbee. I forgot to put subtitles here. She's flying 5 miles back to where she came from. And somehow she lands on her face perfectly unharmed. Now this part, if you're a little bit squeamish, then don't watch it. Watch her eyeball bottom right there. That toss, and when she hit the ground, it actually knocked her eye loose. And it's on the ground at her feet. And what does she do? Like the sick, twisted person that I am, I saw her putting it back in. Like, doing like this, like a knot tie with the vein or something. And speaking of that, bacon. Bad to feed a pig, but good for the wolf or dog. Maybe. And she does like this shoelace knot with it. Meanwhile, back in my house, I'm hyperventilating from that whole experience.
What does all this mean?
I wonder what those lines were around his eyes. 4 hours later. It's now 7 a.m. There, Alex can't copyright what I said. It's inspiration. Okay, well, that works. And this is actually weird because the sun is coming up and it's trying to push the moon out of the way, but the moon is preventing the sun from coming up. Oh, sorry. So, Dragon Inflated Man comes over and what does he do? He punches the moon out of the way. That is technically impossible because because the moon's like 20 million miles away or something. And thus, oh, and I like this. Look, the screen actually gets brighter as the sun comes up. That is a detail that I forgot about, and I just remembered it now. So Alex, you know how I said earlier that I wanted to give my character a mustache? Well, here it is.
4 hours and I haven't found anything. What could all this mean?
There he is with a beard.
I need answers.
Who's driving outside?
And a shave.
Bulletin board. Yeah, I was trying to connect all the pieces together. This was around the time that Gravity Falls had ended, and so I was taking inspiration from that show, as you can tell. Like trying to connect all the pieces like a crime scene investigation. So if you look like right here, I'm thinking of putting a mustache here. I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that, but I'm debating on it right now. And I don't even know if wolves can grow beards. My character's a wolf, by the way, not a dog. 4 hours and 5 miles later.
Man, I need to work out more.
Alex, I was thinking about a Jurassic Park quote today when I saw a clip of Star Wars Hotel. Because you can doesn't mean you should. Okay, that works.
Huh?
Wolves can't grow beards. Well, this one can, and he did. So I just rode 4 miles through the desert to get to this area, and that's actually Crystal Mountain back there. That's another animated series I plan on doing eventually. My characters are wolves too, but not just wolves. Oh. This is actually a reference to the Titanic. You know how the Titanic was broke in half and it's 2.5 miles down at the bottom of the ocean? Well, the bow is facing forward, but the stern is completely facing 180 degrees from where the bow is. So in this case, Eskrilla tore my Jeep apart and then had the back facing the other way. I don't know why I did that, but I just thought it was nice.
My Jeep.
Now, where exactly is the license plate? Because I want to get a new car. Even though cars aren't allowed in Ericland. Yeah, I like that quote. They were so obsessed with whether they could that they didn't stop to think they should. I barely even remember Jurassic Park. I'm sorry. It's something I just haven't really seen in a while. Ooh, look at that. Look at that dynamic animation. Like, look at how I'm bending down. You can see my knee bending. Look, right there. You see it? That's so
Hey,
cool.
What happened to my license plate?
Could you be quiet past me? Oh, there's my... Oh, and look. 42414. It's supposed to say Ericland, USA, but you can't see it because the video's so bad. Okay, first of all, if a license plate was falling from such a height and it hit the ground like that, it wouldn't sound like that, because that's supposed to be grass. It would only sound like that if it was hitting stone. And actually, me and my dad went camping once, and we had these two portable pans that we would use to cook stuff in. All I did was I just dropped that on my driveway a few times. I love how the metal license plate falls slowly. Like a feather. I couldn't animate that fast back then when this was made.
You really want to help me?
Okay, next episode. This in its entirety might just be the best episode of SOTD that I have yet. And this is the most recent, and unfortunately, it's the one that everyone thinks was the ending. It's not. This premiered June 4th, 2019, so nearly a year after the second episode. Oh my gosh, it's been nearly 2 years since this episode released. Episode 4 is coming, by the way, and it's more adult centered than the other episodes are. And also, it's taken me a while because I got lazy and I had to go back onto it again. Episode 4 is coming. Trust me, okay? Alex, since you found peanut butter in Eric's 44.9, would you like to search Eric's models for his grandpa for bugs? No! My trains are fine, thank you. Okay. Let's wrap up this episode. This has better animation overall.
I guess so.
And by the way, if you're wondering where that license plate came from, Skrilla actually had it in her mouth and she dropped it in front of me like a dog. I didn't really make that clear, actually.
Follow me. I have something to show you.
You tried to kill me twice. Oh, that is so cool. You tried to kill me twice.
Well, come on. I'm not gonna hurt you. I promise.
I'm still waiting for Eric to send the jelly-filled locomotive. I'm not sending it to you anytime soon. So, would you trust someone if they were being sincere with you, but they tried to kill you twice? I'm being an idiot here, apparently. What about a bread-filled locomotive? That's actually a really funny idea. I'm gonna use that. Thank you
Here
for
we
that.
are. This is my cave. Or den. You can go in. My den is your den.
And apparently I'm stupid enough that I listened to her. There's a lot of really slow animated parts here, so I'm gonna skip over those. I actually asked my subscribers what they wanted me to put in here. Either Cave Sweet Cave or some other writing. And that's what these two sayings are. Don't let the past determine your future, and Cave Sweet Cave. And if you notice something, what's this down here? That thing right there. That's actually Skrilla's toe. It fell off when she was walking around through her cave one day. Would you trust someone who's been sincere to you, but tried to kill you twice? I only tried to kill you once. Yeah, it was a close call back then. And then this is actually... there was actually secret codes put here in this episode. And so 1, 2, 3 equals ABC. You think that she was practicing her numbers and her alphabet? No, it was actually because this was when... Like, if you see any numbers, use the letters of the alphabet, and you might be able to find something out. And whose hat is this? Oh, I remember.
Skrilla, how long have you lived here?
Okay, the animation's getting a lot better here. Okay, yeah, it got way worse.
Oh, well, you care. Well, you're over there in your land having fun. I'm out here suffering.
She's basically homeless.
But I care about you, Skrilla.
Yeah, now I do.
Where were you when I needed you, Eric?
Oh, look at that transition.
When I needed you, Eric.
That's so good. I mean, look at my face go from shocked to undecided and then to sad. This is one of my favorite emotions that I've shown in my cartoons thus far. Oh, I love it so much. And how exactly is this Skrilla crying if she doesn't have organs anymore? Isabella is a dragon. Eric is a wolf. Really, Eric could be squished. Nah, wait, hold on. Hold on. Good thing all those typing classes really paid off. Don't let the past determine your future. How is she breathing without lungs?
Hey, hey.
The emotions definitely got better here.
There's this song
Ooh, there's a tear falling.
that me and my mom would sing whenever I was upset. I'd like to sing that to you and with you.
Okay, so real quick, you guys are not going to hear the song. Not the song. Not the song. I know. I'm not going to show that piece of garbage song that I did. Oops, sorry for messing up the name. Kinda hard to hear it. Oh, well, allow me to turn up the volume then. So, this song that I talked about the alpha, yes, once this stream is over, watch this episode. You can find it on my channel and watch this song. Your ears are gonna be bleeding. I'm not kidding you. The song I wrote for this is the worst. Eric, if you play that song, I'm going to step in front of a bus. I'm not gonna play it. I hate that song too. Like, the title of the episode, I'm Here Now, is actually the name of the song that I wrote for this. But I can't play the piano, and I can't play, and I can't sing. Well, I can sing a lot better now, but I couldn't back then. Play song. I can't handle it. My phone's dying, and I can't go any further. I have to skip over it. Itaka, you can watch it later.
Thanks, Eric. I needed that.
The emotions definitely are a lot better here.
Can you tell me some stuff about you, Skrilla?
I like the angles that I got on her. And also the shading too.
Well, I've been here for 3 years, or days, which is almost how old I am, I think.
She doesn't even know how old she is. Actually, it's weird you say that because when this episode premiered back in 2019, I actually had the idea for this series for 3 years. So, since 2016, I had the idea for a series like this. It didn't premiere until a year later. So when she says, I've been here for 3 years or days, 3 years is how long I had the idea for this series. And I'm...
Interesting. Man, why am I writing on a leaf?
Why are you riding on a leaf?
Okay, anything else?
I don't know why, but when I get scared or nervous, I lose control of myself.
Ooh, some juicy
That's
stuff.
why I accidentally attacked you and your friends a little bit ago. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry for killing me. For trying to.
When I heard your friend call you by your name, I was so excited that I found you after all this time.
Some of this, like, size for these things are a little bit off.
We aren't alone.
We're not alone, are we? Hey, we weren't. Ouch. Okay.
When you guys flew away, I was so upset.
Subtitles are bad.
Since I spent so long finding you, I lost you.
That was another good emotion, too.
Then I found Eric Land.
Man, this is all
I
really
tried to talk to you, but couldn't.
This is all really nostalgic for me. You have no idea.
I'm also the monster that attacked the small island nearby.
Anything else?
Nah, not really.
These are actually 2 early humans that I designed because I'm bad at drawing people. So this was my first attempt at doing it. And this is also a secret code. Try and figure it out after this video.
But I like cherry blossoms. Other than that, that's all I know about myself.
How does she know what a cherry blossom is? It's a tree from Japan, isn't it? Nice gradient.
Okay, this is all great information, and it's night.
What I like about your
Wait,
new animation is that
what?
it moves smoother and all the
I guess
pictures
I
are
got lost in
colorful.
my thoughts, you know?
What I like about your new animation is that it moves smoother. Dang it. And all the pictures are colorful. I love my new style. It's way smoother. And the pictures are a lot more colorful than these are. Like, these look really bland. Just looked at the video when the song found it. There's a warning saying Eric's terrible singing. Yeah, my singing's really bad. I mean, I can sing better now, but I couldn't back then. Now, this, ask yourself this. Would you do this if you were in this situation?
I can't make it home at night.
So, Ericland is 4 miles away from where we are right now. Um, and would you do this?
Why don't you spend the night with me?
I don't bite.
Uh, I probably wouldn't. I mean, I would probably just find my own little space somewhere else. I wonder if that. I wonder if the Jeep can be like turned over and I can use it as like a tent or something. Everyone says no, don't do it, but I do it anyway. Oh, and this was the first episode that showed rain. Pretty big raindrops, and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to draw back then, okay? This is by far the slowest animation I've done so far. It takes like a whole 20 seconds for her to walk through the frame. With authentic rain sounds collected from my porch. Now this part I was afraid to put in. I probably would have built a shelter somewhere else, but I wouldn't have cuddled up to a dragon like you do in the video. Well, there's a story here, and I'll explain to you later.
Dear Heavenly Father,
I'm praying for her.
please help me, help Skrilla get the help she needs, and please bless her. Amen.
I know that religion is a touchy subject when it comes to stuff like this, but I put it in there anyway. Now, that's actually a mistake right there that I put in by mistake. She was supposed to watch, her eye was supposed to watch me walk over to the side, but instead I forgot to animate it apparently. Like you'll see. See, I walked over here and she was supposed to watch me while I do it. It didn't really make any sense, Nip, but... And this is actually the first cartoon I did that actually shows me putting my hood on, because if you notice I'm wearing a hoodie, and so I'm wearing a sweater with a hood, so I'd never show my character wearing a hood, but it was this episode that actually did show me wearing a hood. It doesn't really go... it doesn't really go over my ears. I actually made an animation for my Star Wars lightsaber video that I did. That was really good, the way I did that. Now, to show me that I can trust her, she does this. She pulls me over with her tail, so we're cuddling, I guess, and she says this.
You know you can trust me.
And I think, maybe she's not so bad. With authentic nighttime sounds, too. If the hood went over Eric's ears, his ears would be covered up. Okay, yeah, there's that. So the new design that I have for that hood and for the character, the ears actually have like holes that they poke through in the hood itself. With authentic nighttime sounds that I found that I recorded from my porch too. Man, the scaling is really bad. Like, that's supposed to be 4 miles away. It looks like it's only 1. Maybe not so bad. Gets eaten in the night. Nope, I'm still alive. So when a Skrilla... So, hold on. Who's calling me? I don't know who's calling me. Okay. So I fall underneath her, and I see her rib cage, or the inside of it. And you can see where her heart used to be too, right there. Now this part that means absolutely nothing. Well, it actually does later on.
Oh,
Oh, it's so slow. Everything moves like a feather. And then she says this.
Oh, sorry about that. It happens a lot.
It happens a lot? That's actually part of the story too. It's just I just haven't had a chance to explain it yet.
How am I gonna get home?
Now, whatever you do, people watching my video, don't try this at home. Only licensed
I
professionals.
got an idea.
No, you don't. Only licensed professionals are supposed to do this. I'm not a licensed professional at all either, so. So apparently I go down this massive hill to try and jump over this big area, and I end up landing in a cactus patch.
This is not a good idea.
Ooh,
Oh.
ouch. Ooh. Are you okay down there, me?
I'm not okay.
I'll take that as a no.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Turns out
What's not gonna work?
I was daydreaming.
Come on, I got another idea.
Okay then.
Fourth wall break, she looks at the audience going, what just happened? Wait, so Skrilla has no insides? How is she breathing? I can't tell you. It's the magic of storytelling. This is the best animated sequence I've done so far. I love it to death.
Here we go.
You'll see why. Can you fly? What do you think? Can she fly me back home? Eric says magic of storytelling translations. I don't know. Well, who knows? Maybe she's not breathing. I mean, you don't need oxygen to live, do you? The reason that this is so slow is because
Come on.
is actually
I know you can do it.
is actually because I had to match the song that I'm playing here. I actually got permission from the artist to use this song, and it's not available anymore, so I have no idea why. Oh, the emotions are so clear. And she believes she can do it, so what do? I get on her back, and she's gonna try and fly. She doesn't even know if she can fly. I'm pretty sure that's not nail polish on her claws. That's probably something different. I don't remember. I mean, look at her wings. There's holes in them. This has some of the best... Oh, it's hot. Animation I've done thus far. Look at that. And I'm just hanging on for dear life. Like, Wait, how does she eat? I'm just gonna say what Alex said. I don't know. However, there's a big rock in the way, meant to represent the challenges that we face in life, and we have to find a way over it, or we're gonna smack into it. Wait, not nail polish? Must be blood. I think it was blood, now that I think about it. I don't remember anymore. It's been a while.
It's now or never, Skrilla.
So she's gotta jump over that big rock that's just in the middle of the way, or she's gonna smack into it. Oh wow, look at that. This is amazing. Uh-oh, brace myself for impact. And she jumps, but we're not sure if she actually got off the ground or not. Well, open your eyes, you moron. Oh wait, I'm calling myself a moron.
I did it. I did it.
Now this, real quick, that was creepy. This real quick was the biggest frame that I ever did in my entire animation hobby here on YouTube. I forget. It's not a career. This is the biggest frame that I ever did. It took me 3 days to draw and to color. Eric calling his OC a moron. Oof. Whatever. So this frame took me 3 days to draw and color, and it's 4 pages of paper taped together that show Eric Land from I think like 2,000 feet in the air or something like that, you'll see what I mean. It's magical up here. Look at that. That took me 3 days to do, and it's glorious. I love it so much. I actually still have that frame. I can't believe it. And look, there's my golden eagle. Hi, Mr. Plane Pilot. And you're actually this plane is gonna be a big is gonna get its own series eventually, and it's gonna be a major thing in a secret project that I'm working on in a few years. Big project. Big. What just happened? Ooh. And now for the part that left all of us on a cliffhanger. Wait, if the plane is in it, what other machines... Wait, what? If the plane is in it, what other machines are? I don't really understand. Like, are you talking like if the plane is in the cartoon, then what other machines are there? I'm not too sure. And now for the big cliffhanger. Just seeing those few seconds, it gives me chills. We need a backstory on the Golden Eagle. That is what my project is going to be. I'm going to go into its history, about where it came from, what it's been through, and what it's doing today. I'm not entirely sure what to do, but it's going to be a origin story that I think is gonna be like 5 episodes in total. I'm not too sure. Since the plane is in your series and it's a model you built, would other machines like your trains be in it too? Most likely, yes, but they probably wouldn't be in Ericland. This... We're not... Actually, where Ericland is, we're not in the US. We're somewhere else that's similar to the US. We're still on Earth, but we're not in the US. That'll be another big series I'm doing eventually too. This whole thing led up to this. To be continued. Those dimension time open portal. I guess you could say it's another dimension. I mean, it's got humans and animals and stuff. It's the anti-US? No. Well, I mean, all of my characters are American. It's just that we're not on the continent of the US. We're similar to it, but we're not... I'm trying to keep it vague because I don't want to spoil anything. But just so you know, we're still on Earth, but we're not in the US. Even though we technically are. Just real quick, just those 3 notes summarized everything here. Oh, I remembered it. Song time. No, I'm not showing you that song. So anyway, that was Secrets of the Dragon. All 3 episodes thus far. 4 years. Eric Land and his characters live on an island nation that is building an army to attack and overtake the US. Not true. I can tell you for certain. Well, I mean, Eric Land is on an island, but it's not planning to take over the US. The US will always be my home, regardless of the problems it has. But anyway, that was SOTV. The 3 episodes I've made thus far, 4 years of history. This series is amazing despite its flaws and despite its massive animation problems. I think it still holds up despite its old animation. And episode 4 is going to be arriving soon. I can't tell you when, but soon. And also expect a Christmas special soon too, hopefully. SOTD is another one of my passion projects, and hopefully episode 4, once I show it to Alex, is going to be adult centered. I mean, my characters aren't going to be very childlike, I guess. Song, please. Keith, I'm sorry, but you can look that song up outside of this live stream because my phone's dying and I need to go to bed. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video, this live stream with me. I went over by an hour, um, but this was a huge nostalgic trip down memory lane for me. I remember making all these videos. I remember making each one of these pictures, and for some reason that I can't figure out, and because I'm a weirdo, I threw away almost all the frames from episode 1 of SOTD. Almost every frame of SOTD has been thrown away. And half the frames from SOTD number 3 are thrown away too. So most of these pictures that you see, they don't exist anymore. Why did I do that? Why? Why? And I can't stay. I have to go. My phone's really hot and it's at 11%. But for those of you who stayed with me until the very end, you are legends. Alex, I want to talk to you about my channel overall because I'm dedicated to doing it, and Mom is going to help me every step of the way as well. Episode 4 of SOTD is coming soon. Trust me, and you're going to love it. It's got a lot of stuff to look forward to, and after that, all the episodes are going to be much shorter, I guess, and there's not going to be as much time in between each one. So, hey, less production time. Um, but anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and this was a huge trip down memory lane for me. You have no idea. Just seeing these episodes again and reliving them, it was amazing. And real quick, before the video ends, Eric's phone is gonna explode. Eric's phone is hot. Good night. Indeed. Good night, everybody. Bye, guys. And Merry Christmas.